Hi, my name is Arnie Peterson from Awareness and Health, and this is the Freedom Through Mindfulness short video series. And this is section number 6. It is managing through troubleshooting and setbacks. And also we're going to just tie things together a little bit through the last 5 videos. And have you ever had an experience where, say you started a New Year's resolution, you wanted to make a change in your life, maybe you wanted to go walking more, maybe you wanted to start a new workout exercise program, maybe you wanted to eat healthier, or maybe you wanted to not eat certain things anymore that don't make you feel good, maybe you wanted to quit doing this or to start this other habit, or maybe to do something for yourself, writing every day or something like that. Whatever it is, have you ever had the experience where you started something and then all of a sudden you just sabotaged your efforts and you found yourself not doing it, and then you ended up feeling bad afterwards? It's really interesting how that happens, where we can get convinced in our mind to stop doing something, or we can get so distracted in thought or away from it that we just kind of don't even notice we're not doing it anymore, and we can forget, or we can feel bad about doing it. We can find ourselves doing something else instead, and we end up getting convinced in our mind to do these things that sabotage us. And we end up doing the things, and then when we sabotage ourselves, we end up beating ourselves up. This voice in our head says, you suck, you did a really bad job, why can't you just follow through? That happens so easily. Our subconscious mind, our thoughts will pull us away in these self-sabotaging behaviors. And so part of this program is it's recognizing how these things happen, being present in our body first. Mindfulness. We have to be present in our body to see how these things are happening. And if we want to change these programs so we can end up feeling good about things we choose to do, and we can end up following through and feeling good about them, we need to be present with what's really going on in order to make lasting change in our life. Mindful action equals mindful rewards, benefits, freedom in our life to be able to choose to do something and be able to handle the steps along the way, to feel through the processes. That stuff can happen. We can be doing really, really good, and we can have big setbacks that just take us away, and we end up falling off the wagon for a while and feeling really bad about ourselves. Knowing that that's normal. There's going to be a point in time where we're doing really good, and quite often the subconscious mind, that program that we've changed, it's almost like we're trying to push it off a cliff. We're trying to get rid of that program, and it's fighting back through our survival instincts, and it ends up finding really creative ways to get us to forget the behavior, the new thing that we're doing, to make us feel bad about it, to convince us to stop, to do something else, and then it gets control back. It's basically just our thoughts. If we start watching this kind of thing, these kind of behaviors, we'll start to notice when we do the truth and we do the meditating, the awareness practice, and we start watching and asking ourselves questions, we'll start to see the nature of the mind, how the mind will try and trick us. But as we bring ourselves back to our breathing, we separate ourselves from our thoughts, from these behaviors that sabotage us. We're able to see how they're working and functioning and realize, wow, I'm not actually my thoughts, and I don't have to listen to this part of me in my mind that says I can't do this, that says I'm no good, that makes me feel bad, that makes me forget, that makes me want to quit. And it's really helpful to go, okay, there's a part of me that wants to feel bad that I'm doing this, and to recognize, okay, self-love is really important here. To recognize that, wow, I'm feeling bad about myself. But there's no point in feeling bad about ourselves because we're feeling bad about ourselves. If we're having a thought that's feeling bad, okay, recognize it, just notice it. Maybe send love to ourselves. Maybe just talk to that thought and say, wow, it's okay. Mentoring ourselves, it's okay. And talking ourselves through it, back into our breathing, feeling our inner sensations in our body, being present with that energy, and that'll help us calm what we're feeling down, and that'll help us let go of these self-sabotaging behaviors. And the more that we do that, the more that we recognize that these are just behaviors, the more we realize, oh, behaviors can be changed. If we think, it's just who I am, I just sabotage myself, I can't follow through with anything, I'm no good, I just, there's no point, I'm useless, I might as well quit. If we think that's intrinsically who we are, somebody that just can't accomplish these things, we're kind of screwed. But the thing of it is, when we realize, you know what, I've been observing this stuff, and I've been listening to this stuff and practicing this stuff and asking myself, is this really happening? How do I get pulled off into these things? I'm going to breathe into it and see. creating that solid foundation in the here and now, grounding myself and asking myself, is what I'm feeling a result of what's really going on? Are my feelings congruent with what's happening in this moment? When we start asking these questions, how am I distracting myself? How do I get caught in these times where I'm pulled off in thoughts and I feel bad about myself? We realize these are just behaviors. These are just past habits, and habits and behaviors can be changed. They can be changed. And that is very powerful when we realize they're just behaviors. We can create new, healthier behaviors. And that's where that discipline comes in. And that's where faith and trust in ourselves come in. The more we practice our awareness practice and feel what we're feeling through our body, the better we'll get at it. The more we won't get pulled away from these things. It will be less and less time. To start with, will be really big amounts of time that we got pulled away, and then it'll take a long time to get back to feeling, kind of better and grounded. But in time, we won't fall as deep. We'll actually maybe only fall a little bit, and it won't be as far to get back out, to climb back out, to get back on track and feeling good again with what we're doing. And knowing that it's normal, ups and downs in life are completely normal, just like the weather, the seasons, the temperature, everything in nature, it's all ups and downs. So when we start getting used to that we can't just feel joyful all the time. We're going to feel sad sometimes. We're going to feel disappointed. We're going to feel hurt. We're going to feel angry. We're going to feel happy. We're going to feel joyful. We're going to feel love. We're going to feel all of these different feelings. But to get used to the fact that life is this constant change. Once we start getting used to that, we start getting used to these emotions that move through us. They're actually okay. We get to experience more life. The more we're okay and let go of resistance, the more we allow life to be the way it is, and that we go and cultivate our inner world, the more options we have in life, because we can then navigate into different steps, different processes, different goals into life, or whatever steps we want to take, whatever experience we need to bring ourselves in to achieve something that we're passionate about. We're able to handle and process the feelings that move through us. And what happens is any stress or anxiety and worries and fears, when we start doing that, they start transmuting, transcending, changing into excitement and clarity and purpose and passion. We start to feel excitement with that energy instead. It starts to fuel us forward. So all of these things in this program are very helpful. Practicing the meditation practice, the awareness practice, building that foundation, practicing coming back to our breathing, practicing getting used to feeling whatever sensations physically we feel, getting used to emotion, questioning what I'm feeling. Is it a direct result of what's happening, or is it actually an irrational, just a perceived feeling from a thought or from a trigger from something else? Going into the feeling. The discipline it takes to do these kind of things, coming back and continually doing this discipline, is so helpful. And the rewards are absolutely huge to do this kind of work. So I really recommend doing this awareness practice as much as you can. Doing gratitudes as much as you can, and looking in life and being grateful. Changing your perceptions, changing those behaviors and habits by taking actions that are aligned with what you're wanting to do in life, with your goals, with feeling good about yourself, and letting go slowly, bit by bit, of the behaviors that make you feel bad. And then being okay with those thoughts when they come in and not getting pulled away. Bringing yourself back to your breathing. Practicing bringing yourself back in calm state. Every day just practicing. Something happens, now you've got the ability, the capacity, the subconscious program, the behavior that knows how to bring you back, and there's somewhere to come back to. You've got this center, grounded place, this foundation to come back to. And so now that starts developing, getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and you start getting very clear on the solid sense of inner self, and you don't get tipped over so easily anymore. You can sway in the wind, but you don't snap off anymore, or you don't just bend right over and get stuck there. You're able to just sway with life and be with it, with what happens, and feel good through the process, even through challenges. It gets easier and easier and easier. Setbacks will happen, that's okay. Just trust and allow yourself to keep doing this practice and keep doing it, and things will get easier and easier and easier, and you'll find life. You'll be able to experience life in higher and higher amazing capacities. So that's it for the video series. And so I'm going to do another video after this that just talks about this program that I put on a little bit more. But this is the 6th section, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you really did, if you got a lot from it, let me know. If you think there's anything missing, let me know as well. If you have any questions, any comments, pass it along, share it, like it. And so we'll see you in the next video. I'm Arnie Peterson from Awareness and Health, and I believe that the key to our health and healing is within.